What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be checking out one of my most highly anticipated statues. Oh my freaking goodness, folks. Eve from Stellar Blade. So in case you guys are unfamiliar, Stellar Blade was one of my favorite games last year. I would probably rank it FF7 Rebirth as my favorite, then Stellar Blade, then Wukong. So I did actually like Stellar Blade more than Wukong. And there's many reasons. One, I absolutely love the action. The action is just so amazing. The great story, the character development, the music, and of course, Eve here on the left, the sexiest video game and just general thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, oh my effing gosh. So I've been highly anticipating this. So I really do like the pose of Eve for the obvious reasons. You can view the butt, boobs, and face. Boom. Giggity, giggity, goo. So they did a great job on the likeness, and the body proportions look amazing. Now, you can buy this for like $21.99, and then if you spend $35.99, so $1,400 more, you get the drone and Tachy. Now, Tachy is her like best friend at the beginning of the game. I'm not going to spoil it in case you haven't played it, but she's not in the game a ton. But she does play like a key character in the development, and obviously she's also very attractive. So check that out. Hyper realism. Absolutely amazing. Super, super impressive. I want to see more photos because this is like all that's been released. They'll have more photos on the official pre-order, which I believe is in like a few days. Now, I've already actually pre-ordered this. I went through a retailer. I already put down my deposit of like $1,080 for the pair. Originally, I was only planning to do Eve, but I think they did a really good job on Tachy, or is it Tachy, whichever. And I like the drone a lot because you use the drone the entire video game. So I think they look really good as a pair, and I feel like I would regret not getting her since I just love this game so much. And Tachy's costume also just looks really good. So yeah, this looks amazing. I'll definitely have it on Lazy Susan. Very, very impressed. Then here's Tachy. Look at her beautiful face. Nice hand-punched hair that looks silver to me. Is it silver in the game? Let's look at that. Alrighty, so yeah, it definitely does have like some silver to it. Looking at those photos, I think it definitely was silver. Now, I actually love like Asians with silver hair. I find that so attractive. I've been asking my wife to dye her hair silver. She's done red hair, which looked really good. Brown's very common. I also just love black, of course, but I do love silver hair. When I played Stellar Blade, you can completely customize her costume or hair. I did do silver hair quite a bit as well, because I think it looks hot. So yeah, that looks great. Boobs look awesome. Costume, very detailed. Great butt. Love all this detail in her back, which in the game you get to attach, I forget exactly what it's called, but basically accessories that give you like power-ups. So yeah, that looks really cool. Now, I definitely want to see her because she has a ginormous sword in the game. So I'm curious to see like how big this sword is. Yeah, like look at the sword right there. Like it is absolutely ginormous. It's also kind of curved. So I definitely want to get a good look at both of them. I want to see Eve from other angles because we don't have a ton of good angles of her. But yeah, Tachy has a ginormous sword, so I'm real curious to see, because we only have so many photos right now. But I am just super impressed, and I'm already going to show you guys kind of the display I'm going for. So there's kind of like two displays, but I'm going to make another video on like the whole video game room and kind of what I'm going towards. But like this is like originally I was planning to do this, but do JND Stellar Blade, Wukong Bust, Wukong 1/3, and Kratos. However, I've realized I'm getting Tachy. If I'm getting Tachy, I need to get Zubaji, because those two will look amazing together. And if I'm doing that, there's no way I could fit Kratos on this side, so he would have to go there if I kept the setup like this. Which I'm probably not going to do this way. I'm leaning more towards this, which is the Resident Evil wall, because this allows basically a garage shelf for each of the displays. You do Kratos here, Zubaji, Wukong bust, which I actually made it a little small, needs to be taller, and then Wukong third scale, and then Stellar Blade do the poster, the staff, and the poster. That would look amazing. Like, that'd be a seriously impressive wall. Both of these would be on Lazy Susans. I'd also like raise their height, allow me to rotate them when I want to look at like the front part of Eve, the side, get all the beautiful angles of them. All my JNDs I like to put on Lazy Susans. I like to be able to rotate them as need be because they're such beautiful statues. So, yeah, but overall, I'm super impressed with the JND Stellar Blade. Now, I do think they missed the mark on the base. They're very simplistic. They should have added a monster because you fight creatures, monsters, Natibas is what they're called. In the game, the entire game, you're just fighting constant monsters, and it's like such a big miss they didn't add any Natibas to the base. So, like the Witcher statue, the Henry Cavill one, they have a creature on the base, and it looks really cool. They should have did the same thing here. I like Eve's pose, but in the middle there should have been a Natiba, and there should have been a Natiba or like parts of a Natiba on both their bases. I think that's a big miss on both. The characters look amazing. I like the poses. They're very sexy. There's just a miss on the base, which in general, JND's bases have always been extremely mediocre in my opinion. So now I know the ES is, what is it, $299 for the dual pack. So, I mean, I'm sure it will sell out quickly. It's sexy women and a popular video game. JND always sells out, so I'm sure these will go very quickly. Like I said, I already got my pre-order in. I'm not waiting. I'm not pre-ordering direct. In fact, I'm going to be avoiding ordering like direct through Prime One and JND, and in general just direct from anyone until this tariff situation is resolved. Because if it continues, I mean, right now I know Korea's 10%, but that was a 90-day pause. It could end up being 23%. And if I'm getting charged an extra $500, well, good God, that would be more than that. It'd be like 2, 4, 6. It'd be like $800 tariff fee to get this pair if I order direct from JND. And yeah, I'm not going to do that. So by going to a retailer, they can declare a lower value. Instead of saying it's worth $3,600, they could say it's worth $500. Then my tariff is going to, be like $50-$60 or whatever, $100. It definitely is going to save you a lot of money. So going direct is no longer a viable option. Same thing with Prime 1 statues. If they're going to declare the full value of, like, let's say Wolf Predator, which is going up for PO here in a day, I'm not going to pay 143% tariff or whatever the future tariff may be. Let's say 30% tariff on a $4,000 statue. So I'm no longer going to be ordering direct. Not anymore. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think of Stellar Blade, JND, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.